What would you do if you were not afraid? What would you do if fear was no longer an option for you and you had no fear of poverty, you had no fear of rejection, you had no fear of survival, you had no fear of quitting, you had no fear of not trusting yourself? Like, what would you do? Because what I've been learning is that fear doesn't exist. It just does not exist. We make it real by deciding to trust it instead of trusting ourselves. When you put your faith in fear, you cannot have faith in anything else, because fear is the one thing that will take over our psyche and control every mental decision we make, every thought we have. And so when we can learn to eradicate fear, we can do anything. And this is something that a lot of people are really understanding and waking up to, that fear is what stops people from living, and fear is what stops people from making, like, from an entrepreneurial perspective, 10K months instead of 5K months. Like, it's fear, because we grew up in a society that teaches fear. Our parents taught us fear. Our school systems taught us fear. Everything teaches us fear. You have to follow this path. You have to be this certain kind of way. You have to make this amount of money doing this thing. And there's no way for you to monetize your passions. There's no way for you to make money doing what you love. There's no way for you to even self-explore, because you have to go to school and follow someone else's education that is indoctrination, right? So there is so much fear. Oh, you're homeschooling your kid? Like, how do you think they're going to turn out? You know, like, there's so much fear in society about everything. Any decision that is fundamentally freedom induced or freedom directed is going to have a lot of fearful opinions coming its way, because society does not understand the concept of not being in fear. Because fear is such a strong program. It will keep a person, a family, a race of people, a society of people in a box, because nothing else will. Fear is the only thing that can control people, really. Nothing else really controls people. Like, honestly. So fear is the best way. Do you see how this works? That fear is the best way to get an entire economy of people, an entire society of people, a global society of people, to do the same thing, to do one thing, which is to think in a way that limits themselves, think in a way that limits money, think in a way that limits what health could be, or freedom, or happiness, or joy. There are things in your life that you don't even know that you want, but they're waiting for you on the other side of fear. And trust me, this is coming from somebody who has been in fear for years. Like, I'm somebody that has struggled with this so much, so I know how real it is, and I also know how real it is to get on the other side of it, because I've been there too. And it's a process, and it's a journey, and it's a constant learning experience, and it's a road you have to keep walking. But you keep walking that damn road, and you see more and more the big reveal. You see how fear doesn't actually exist, and there's so much money and bliss and joy and happiness and friendship on the other side of fear. Like, this is something that everybody should understand, because trust me, guys, like, growing up in school, I had tons of social anxiety. I had tons of test anxiety. I just was anxiety personified. Like, and that kept me from so many opportunities, even in business, like, your fear of even seeing yourself that could be successful in something will stop you from even trying, because you're afraid of success. You're afraid of stepping into that new version of yourself. You're afraid of being somebody that your soul wants you to be and your higher self wants you to be. And so what we have to do individually is try to get over fear of everything. So what is linked to fear is guilt, shame, even envy, jealousy, depression, sadness. Like, all these negative emotions, they bring our energy down, they bring our life force down. And so when your life force is down, the cells of the body cannot replicate in a way that is fundamentally optimal. So your health is limited. And then when your health is limited, your finances are limited. So people should understand this, that, like, joy and exuberance and passion, that's the key to literally living, like, your best life. Literally having no cap on your finances, literally having no cap on your love, having no cap on friendship, having no cap. Like, we are meant to be living magical lives. We are not meant to be struggling through our experiences. And take it from me, like, I've struggled a lot through my experiences. So I can tell you that it's not worth it, and you should try to get out of your own way as soon as you can. You know, if you go to any like entrepreneurial seminar or any coaching seminar that even is related to like personal development or anything like that, you're gonna see that the main topic that they focus on is this: getting over fear. Because people don't understand that fear manifests itself in so many different ways. It manifests itself when you go shopping. Why are you afraid to spend money? That's a program. And you want to know what? You may be thinking, oh no, it's like practical, right? Like to save, it's like a practical thing to save. No, it's only practical if it feels good. And I know you may be thinking this is like delulu thinking, like this is like not realistic or whatever. You guys have to understand that money is a feeling. It's a feeling. It's a vibrational feeling. So when you spend money, do it like, if you're gonna spend money, make sure you're happy about it. And if you're gonna save money, make sure you're happy about it. And if you have to save or if you have to spend like on a bill, get in a good mood before you do it. Because what this is gonna give you is a gradual reframing of your own psycho-cybernetics, of your own mental makeup. So your identity changes over time as your thought forms change, right? Because as your thought forms change, then your mindset changes around that subject. And then if you change your mindset around a certain number of subjects, eventually you become a whole new, brand new person, and your identity changes. And this is possible. And even great thinkers and speakers and coaches around manifestation and energy and quantum science discuss this. And one of my favorite examples of this is a man named Joe Dispenza, who literally had to focus on healing when he got into like a really bad motorcycle accident. And so he was in the hospital and he had to focus on healing himself mentally. And he said he was laying there and he did it through feeling his body heal. Like he felt it happen, you know? And that's remarkable because so many people will tell you otherwise. Like the nurses and doctors told him, you can't walk ever again. And now he's like a global teacher. So limitation is only in your mind, and it's only in the minds of others around you. Don't listen to anybody else ever. Do not. I'm telling you right now, don't listen to anybody. People will lead you astray. People will, because nobody has done this work of shedding, you know, and like reconditioning. And unless it's somebody who is teaching other people how to do this, like a coach or a mentor, those are the people you should be listening to, not your peers or your friends or whatever, because they don't know anything. Like, honestly, they don't know anything, you know? But if somebody is putting themselves out there that has a message for you that you resonate with, then yeah, obviously listen to them. But no entrepreneur ever listened to their friends or family. And no entrepreneur that is successful has ever listened to their friends or family, because success doesn't come from a limited mindset. It just doesn't, you know? And so, like, let's say you're like listening to your friends and family, but they're successful and you're listening to them, then listen to them with discernment and try to see whether or not what they're doing is also what you want to be doing. Like, be really picky about who you listen to. And I would say even trust your own self more than anybody or anything else. I would say trust yourself the most. Trust your own intuition the most. And there are no like lessons on this. Nobody's going to teach you how to trust your own intuition. You just have to be wide awake to your own feelings all of the time. Like, be wide awake to your own feelings. Monitor how you are feeling. You're going to a job, you don't like the job, like take that into account, you know? And either try to like it. Like, I had to do this before in my life, so that's why I know about it. But either try to like the job or leave. One of my mentors says quit or quit like complaining, you know? It's the same thing with anything in life. A job is just an example. Same with the relationship. Either quit the relationship or quit complaining about it and change your outlook on the situation. And then the way the situation is going to change once you change your outlook on it. So these are just basic fundamentals for how we are actually in control all of the time. And when we make a conscious effort to remove fear from our daily lives, meaning like our thoughts that we have in every moment and our feelings, and if we try to retrain anxiety into being like excitement about things we're actually passionate about, then we'll be able to live lives that we are happy about, and we'll be able to live our truth, and we'll be able to live in a way that we really want to live. You know, like our higher self has been begging for us to step into itself and to not like play like in these fear-based games anymore. A huge example of fear is rejection. People fear rejection without understanding that rejection doesn't exist. It's just like either harmonizing or not harmonizing. But actual rejection does not exist because why? Because nobody actually knows who you are. So because nobody really knows who you are, they can't properly judge you. They can't properly reject you. It's not a thing. It doesn't, you know? And even if somebody walks away feeling like they rejected you, like, oh, haha, like I rejected that person, like that, like it doesn't exist. Like they're gonna live their life, and if they're stuck in that framework of mind, like they're gonna reject good things too. And maybe you were a good thing too and they rejected you. So like people choose to limit themselves. And so you, my friend, can choose to limit yourself. Or you can choose to do what I'm telling you to do. And you can listen to me. And you can make a conscious attempt to not choose fear. It's a conscious freaking attempt. It doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen through reading self-help books. It doesn't just happen in a day. It happens when you're so fed up with your life that you are going to choose different every freaking time. That's the only way to live a full and complete life, is by choosing love over fear. This is not something that is abstract. This is something that is natural. It's natural to ourselves. And not only that, but it's also the way we should be living. This thinking is going to give you things. It's going to give you a renewed sense of self, awakening about who you are, understanding about love and relationships and people and how you can serve them and how you are both just there to serve each other. And if you're not serving each other anymore, quit the relationship. That's it. You know, and the thing about that, when I say that, I mean it in a very like neutral way. Like change your vibration so the people around you can change. You know, and so opportunities actually come to you for like new things to do or new people to be around. That's it. Change your own frequency, and then everything around you is going to change, because everything is frequency and we are magnets to our environments. So whatever we're sending out has an equal and opposite reaction unto us. That is why the universe is magnetic, and that is how the universe is magnetic. And we are magnetic beings. Like our heart, like, is powered by a magnetic force. That's why you use like defibrillators when you're trying to start someone's heart. You know, so when people understand that, like the heart-brain coherence and that resonant frequency at which it operates at, and how it passes like up through the crown of the head and then toward back towards the heart, and then it hits the soul center and then it goes back up, like there is a science to all of this. Why was Joe Dispenza able to walk out of the hospital when renowned nurses and doctors told him that he couldn't be able to walk? Like, that makes no sense. That makes no worldly sense whatsoever. But it's because of his need to change his life. His need. He was in a like the worst position he could possibly be in. So he was mad, uncomfortable. And he knew that it was only him that was going to be able to get him out of there, because he couldn't have faith in his doctors and nurses. Like, there's no way. So just understand that you have the ability and the power to completely do anything. Changing your life also doesn't exist. You just change the moment now, and then future moments will change. Like me filming this video for you. Like, you know, I decided to do this. So this is gonna have some sort of impact. And if you are watching this video, and if you've made it this far, I want you to not only listen to this as like a motivational talk or whatever, because that's not the point of this. I want you to apply what I'm telling you by understanding that it starts and ends with you. Like, as soon as you understand that, and be fed up. Like, I want you to be fed up with your life after this video, okay? Because that's the only way your life is going to change. It's not going to change in any other way. And you can have it all. You can have money that you've never even dreamed of. You can have love that you've never dreamed of. People also have like the stigma around money, where if you're talking about it, it's either really good or really bad. Like, people have different like hang-ups around money. Money is just energy. It's just Lakshmi. Like, let's say Lakshmi instead of money, because Lakshmi is the same thing as money. Lakshmi is the goddess of abundance, let's say, in Hinduism, let's say. Like, religion is such a dogmatic thing, I guess, for people, but Lakshmi is money. They're interchangeable. So what is Lakshmi really? Well, Lakshmi is an energy of service, a mood of love, a mood of abundance, of health, of gratitude, of enjoying spiritually, right? Spiritual bliss. Like, that is Lakshmi's components, basically. And so that is her personality, you know? And so when you can form a relationship with Lakshmi or form a relationship with money, then you will see how it is here to help you so that you can help other people. And so it will flow to you in ways that are correct and natural and optimal for you and for your energy, and in ways that you don't have to struggle for. People have a stigma around money because they're programmed, again, the fear program. They're hardwired to think that they need to struggle in order to get it, but you don't. You can live a beautiful, abundant life, having time on your hands, enjoying what you do, having fun with what you do, being passionate about what you do, and getting paid. And this is possible. I would not be sitting here telling you this if I hadn't experienced it. It's possible. And I want you to know that once you tap into that possibility, your mind on money will change completely. Like, the way you see money will completely change. You won't see it as something that is hard or scary or scarce or resistant to you. No, there's going to be no more resistance. Like, when you stop resisting good things in life, you also stop resisting money, you know? But people want to stay in moods of like anxiety and fear and depression and envy because they don't understand that that is limiting their money frequency. They don't understand that that is stopping them from enjoying their life spiritually. And so when you cannot spiritually enjoy your life, do you think Lakshmi is going to come to your door? Like, no. You know, so I want people to understand this so that they can get so fed up with their own damn self that they start changing the way they view things and people and situations and interactions. Nothing is an accident. Everything is beautifully orchestrated by divine. Understand that. And you will be grateful for everything. You'll be grateful for every experience, every person in your life, every job, anything. You'll be grateful for bills, like, you'll be grateful for spending money, like, everything. Because there's nothing that has not been just given to us by divine. Everything has been given to us, and what do? We complain, right? Or we have, like, negative mindsets around things because we're stuck in fear because we don't want to do the work. No, do the work. You can do the work, and you can be somebody different, and you can have a whole damn different life. A whole damn different life where you're not sad, unhappy, upset, where the person you're dating is reciprocal towards you, and you guys have a relationship that builds something, that builds a family or builds a business or has a similar cause. Because people need to know that relationships don't really work unless both people are contributing to the same cause, like, together, or they have the same, like, it has to be a mental resonance basically for a relationship to work. People think that relationships are like no, everybody is on a different level. It's not that you can just go date anybody. Like, you can't, or you shouldn't, unless you want it to be a relationship that is a liability instead of an asset, right? So what's a relationship that's an asset? Like, I was talking to you about the relationship with money. Well, an asset-based relationship is one that is fruitful, progressive. It gives things to you and the world and the other person and everybody. It gives things. Like what? Well, like love, like maybe even more education, more leveling up, happiness, you know, comfort, resonance of souls. Like, this is what a relationship should be. And I know damn well that nobody should ever stay in a situation or a relationship or a job or a place that they do not feel like they're having fun with. Like, for me, only place that I'm gonna be is a place I'm enjoying. Same thing with a relationship, like, and friendship. Like, I don't stay friends or partners with people that I'm not, like, resonating with. You know what I mean? That's just really important. So just understand that you have full, complete control over how you're feeling, and you can use this video, like, make this video the start point, and go on your notes app on your phone. I did this the other day. I did this yesterday for my mentor. Go on your notes app on your phone. I'm your mentor. My name is Seema. Go on your notes app on your phone and write down today's date. Today is February 22nd, 2024 at 6:20 p.m. Go on your notes app on your phone. Write down that date, Feb 22nd, 2024. Go on your notes app, write down that date, and say, I'm starting my new life now, or I'm starting whatever it is now, or I'm starting now. And then follow that. And don't stop. Don't stop, you know? Follow it and keep going consistently. And whenever you feel discouraged, go back to that date that you wrote down and switch it up. Like, the one thing that is hard for people is to understand that they can switch their mindset like a light switch. Like, you can just make the decision. It's like the same thing with forgiveness. Like, if you have to forgive somebody, make the decision like a light switch to forgive that person in the instant, because no circumstance can make you forgive somebody except your decision. No circumstance can make you start that business except for your decision. No circumstance can make you, you know what I mean, like, apply for that job except for your decision. So make the decision and do it. Commit to yourself. If there's one thing people should know how to do, it's how to have discipline with yourself like that, because this is going to completely redo you, and it'll give you a different life, and it'll give you better things. Okay? So I love you so much. Thank you guys for being here. You're my favorites ever. I'm so happy that I got the chance to speak to you. I'm overjoyed at the fact that you're going to be changing your life along with me, and you're going to be applying what I'm telling you, because I've been through this myself. And you're going to have that on your notes app, and you're going to be able to look back to this video or that notes app whenever you feel discouraged or you feel weak or loss of commitment to yourself. No, you're going to go back, you're going to watch this again, or go on your notes app. And that's it. This is the day that you get to change your life. Now. Like right now when I'm speaking to you. Okay? I love you. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you want more content like this. I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.